Right guys, that's where I am. I'm going to show you around this house. I mentioned deer in my last video. You know, there's seeker deer and there's roe deer around here. The seeker deer though are not native, and they're really hard to spot seeker because they're mainly nocturnal. But we also have red deer and fallow deer in Lancashire. And back then, when they were building stuff like this, oops, little pothole in the road, they were managing herds of deer, you know, managing them. I'm not going to say farming because they were just managing the herds for their own benefit, you know. Probably a few got the chop as well, ended up on dinner table. But you've got to feed yourself, haven't you? Whichever way you do it. We're doing no different now, are we? Where we find meat, most of it is pretty disgusting. You've got to try and find yourself a good butcher, haven't you? Who's got a good supply of meat. I'm lucky, I've got one. Right, there's no date on that or anything, but there is 3 stags' heads, and it says 1807. Yeah, 1807. It's a crazy building, this. Oh, 1807, there you go. Right, in 1393, a guy called Edmund Parker, who was a park ranger, park keeper at Radholme Laund, L-A-U-N-D, Radholme Laund. Laund is an old English word for land. So he was the park keeper, and his sons Richard and John, they were deputy park keepers. That was in 1393, but from 1380 they held a lease of a vaccary, which is a medieval cattle farm. And probably around that time they built the first house. But all I can find is they probably built it, you know. They'll give you a date in 1393 and 1380 when they had a lease, but we don't know when this was built. Bloody hell. Look, I'm not going to go into too much history. I've memorised as much as I can do. It's quite a jumbled up past the history of this house. There's a lot of dates involved and various other things. Right, if we go right to the top now, there's another crest up there with 3 stags on. Yeah, it's a very jumbled up history. So as always, there's a full description below the video. I always do that because I think it's important, you know. Look at these columns. They're a bit skew with, aren't they? And look up there, top of them columns. Is that flower of life? And then up there is a little bit of shadow. There's a sun and a face. And I'm going to say they're Egyptian. Egyptian influenced. Same this side. Them columns have seen better days. Just the same symbols at the top. Flower of life, Egyptian. You can't really see it because it's in the shadow, but all that frieze across there, that's all got faces and suns on. You get this red sandstone archway. So cool, isn't it? It's all sandstone inside. And your typical lion's head knocker. I'm going to walk around the grounds in a bit. There's some ancient things and tunnels and water systems knocking around about, so I'll have a look at that after. And look at this place. My goodness. 12 columns going up the front. And these family crests up there. That one in the middle, and what's that? There's 2 flags on them poles. We'll put a bit of family crest. And I'll tell you something else on this family crest. Griffins. They were into griffins. Right, there's a little tower above that clock. And if I just step back a bit, okay, I need to go to see that with my own eyes. What's going down little? sorry, slope. There's a bell in there. It's still got the bell. That's amazing. What a wonderful place. It's not open, so you can't go in. There is people living in there. Obviously the family who own it. I should show you first. Come on, let's go and have a look at this. Looks like a sundial from here. Little box hedges around it. It's a beautiful day though. You know, look, there's loads of that stuff knocking about. Just a little bit of that wind sometimes, it just gives you a bit of a whew. Wow. Yeah, it's a sundial, alright. Look in there. Hopefully you can, that's quite, I have to walk down. Look, it's Latin. There's Latin carved into it. That's incredible. Boom. Incredible. Well, wonder who the guy was that made that. Right? I mean, that's been added on, obviously. There would have been something else on there originally. Look at that, that's crazy. Wow. Yeah, that's mad. Mad. Right. This way. You see all these bits of columns here and standing up. I don't think they were originally here. I think they've come from somewhere else around here. I do. Yeah, I'm sure they're not originally from this situation. They've been put there, definitely. Okay. Water. Walled at each side. It's managed, you know, it's not a natural stream. Man, crazy bloody steps. Look, all this stuff here. More steps. Mad wall. Look. Right. I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna get down here. Bear with me. Oop. Right. Look at that. It's down there. Right, I need to go to that side, don't I? As well, have a look at that. It's all got, you know, it's all stone walled everywhere. It's managed. Right. Get up. Ooh, shit. That's a brick. Sorry about that, guys. But I need to show you that. Let's just wander around this way. Look. There's channels. There's a stone channel. That would have been for water. Ah, bloody hell. That's old. That's really old. Down this way. So this is a channel. I'm actually walking in a channel. Well, a rock at each side. It's a water channel. You see? It's all built up. All that wall. The bridge there. Let's go to that. Which way? Out of there. Storm channel. So they're clever people, you know, when they built all this stuff. You know, they knew what to do, how to manage water and do what they had to do with it. And it's all tiered, isn't it? It's very clever. Really nice little waterfall there. And they keep going. Oh, there's one there, and then one right at the end over there. Oh, engineering water. Clever, clever people. Right, let's go and have a look at the other end of this tunnel here. It obviously goes under the road, all the wind's coming a little bit. Go away. Been pretty good so far to me. I don't like you. Go away. You've got to be firm, haven't you? You know, you won't just lie down and take it. Tell the bugger. Right, so this tunnel is there with that metal railing is. Comes under the road here and out there. That's the other end. Mad stuff, I'm telling you. Oh, it's a lovely little stone bridge as well. There. Not allowed in there. And it's private, you know, someone lives in this house. The family that own it, they actually live in here. Whew, I don't know how you acquire that much bloody wealth, but anyway. Lovely stone. It's tiered. Inside there's a shelf there and a drop off into the middle. There's a load of fish in there as well. Koi carp. Loads of other fish swimming around. I can see loads of fish that are like 2 inches. I don't know if you could pick them up there. Oh, I think I can see some, yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few. Big koi carp coming here. Yeah, it's quite nice that. Now I do know that these are called the Italian steps. Steps to nowhere as well, that's the thing. Steps to nowhere. They're pretty rickety and all bent a little bit. Bit of subsidence going on. Stage prop. Yep. It leads up here. I mean, these steps are all, I don't know if subsidence causes all that. You can see, look, it's all sinking in. And you come up here to this pathway and you get these 2 steps. Clearly been carved that and moulded and shaped. Italian steps. But look, steps to nowhere. There are some more steps there, but then someone's made them. I mean, I did have wooden fronts and the step is just soil. I like that. Yeah, great place. Browsholme Hall, Clitheroe, Lancashire. Yep. Once again, people, hope you enjoyed that. I certainly enjoyed walking round. Yeah, until next time. I thank you. I thank you very, very much. Okay, cheers. Bye.